Ever wondered why Christopher Columbus, widely celebrated as the man who discovered America, is a figure of controversy for many? Well, buckle up. We're about to delve into the darker side of his history. Christopher Columbus was born in Genoa, Italy, in 1451. From a young age, he had a penchant for the sea and the mysteries it held. This fascination, however, would lead him down a path that would change the course of history, and not always for the better. In 1492, Columbus made his infamous voyage across the Atlantic, backed by Spanish monarchs Ferdinand and Isabella. He set sail with 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and his flagship, the Santa Maria, in search of a western sea route to Asia. What he found instead was a whole new world, or so he thought. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. Columbus didn't discover America. People were already living there. The indigenous people of the Americas had a rich and diverse culture long before Columbus set foot on their lands. But Columbus and his men didn't see them as equals. They saw them as obstacles to the gold and riches they sought. This led to a series of events that are often glossed over in history books. Columbus enslaved many of the indigenous people, forcing them to mine for gold. Those who resisted were often met with brutal violence. His arrival marked the beginning of a tragic era of forced labor, disease, and genocide for the indigenous peoples of the Americas. But the dark history doesn't end there. Columbus made 4 voyages in total, each marked by violence and exploitation. His actions set a precedent for the colonization and conquest of the Americas, leading to centuries of suffering for its indigenous people. In conclusion, while Christopher Columbus might be hailed as a great explorer, his legacy is a complex and often grim one. The discovery of America was anything but a boon for its original inhabitants. His actions led to the decimation of indigenous cultures and set the stage for centuries of exploitation and injustice. So, the next time you hear about Christopher Columbus, remember there's more to his story than meets the eye. History, as they say, is written by the victors. But it's important to look beyond the glossy surface and understand the full picture. It's not about demonizing Columbus, but acknowledging the darker chapters of his history and learning from them. And that's the true and dark history of Christopher Columbus. It's a tale of exploration and discovery, yes, but also one of exploitation and violence. It's a stark reminder that the stories we're told aren't always the full truth. And it's up to us to seek out the complete picture.